Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing great. So today in this video we'll learn about Python variables and data types. So the objective of this lecture is to understand what are variables and what are the fundamental data types in Python. So first of all, let's define what is a variable. What is variable, right? So variable is nothing but a container for data value. To store any data, we declare variable and then store the data value in container. So that's how we can simply define variable. Here's a syntax for storing any value in a variable or for declaring any variable. We just write the name of the variable, like variable name, let's say, and then we assign the value to it. Value could be anything. So this is a simple syntax of variable, and there are some rules as well which we need to keep in mind while defining a variable. So these are some of the rules which we need to keep in mind while defining a variable. So now let's start with some examples. So let's say we want to define a string type variable, okay? Or we can just declare it like this. Let's say name is John, as you can see here. And for, let's say, integer type, it's already showing. For integer type, we just need to name the variable and just assign the value to it. Python will dynamically understand what's the type of that. So next example, let's say we want to store a float type variable. So for that we just need to let's say height is a float type. So for that we just uh, need to declare the variable and then or assign the value to it. A string named float, and we can also use double type or boolean type. Let's say boolean. So let's say is a student or true or false, whatever you is a student, true or false, you can write anything here. So this is the basic way you can declare variables in Python. Print these values. Let's say we want to print name, we can print the name here, and let's print it here. Or let's say we want to print age, we can also print the age. We want to print the height, we can print height as well. So this is a simple way you can define a variable in Python. It's not that difficult, it's just a basic which you need to understand. So let's run this and check how it goes. So here you can see we have name as John, we have age 25 and height 5'9", and as a student false. Now let's try to understand Python data types here. There are basically different types of Python data types. For example, we have numeric types, string types, boolean types, sequence types, dictionary types, set types. So we'll discuss about these all these types with examples and practical code. So let's dive in. First off, we have numeric types. Okay, so let's discuss numeric types. And in numeric type we have basically three type of numerical variables or values which we can declare in Python. We have integer type. Let's say we have age maybe is equals to 5. That's just at the integer type. And second, we have floating point type. Let's say we have height of someone which is 5.9. We can declare that as floating point. And third, we can also declare complex types. So you might have heard about complex types in your coursework, in mathematics coursework. So this is a complex, and in Python we can declare it like this. So we have x, a variable name, and it's assigned 1 plus 2j, where this is the complex part and this is the real part. So these three are our numeric types of data types in Python. Let's print the types here as well. Let's say we want to print the type of age, print the type of height, and print the type of X as well. So let's see order the types below. Let's run the code, and here you can see we have integer for age type, a float of the height, and complex number for X. So now let's move forward and discuss string data type in Python. Uh, in order to declare a string type, you just have to name the variable and assign a string value to it. There's no other complexity. Here you just have to write the name of the variable and assign any string to it. You can play around a string whatever you like. There are various operations which you can perform on a string. For example, let's show how you can use GitHub Copilot for in your code. Or let's say I want to find different functions and I don't remember the exact functions which operate on this value or on a string. So I can just go to GitHub Copilot and ask it to write down. So here you can see there are various types which you can see various operations which we can perform on the on strings. Let's say we have name as first name as John, and second name as John Ahmed. Now to write the full name, we would just, so that's how string data types work in Python. You can play around with a string. You can perform different operations on the string. There are lots of operations which you can perform. I will not dive deep into that. Maybe in next videos we'll discuss that, how we can play around with any strings in Python. Okay, so now let's move forward and let's try to understand Boolean data type. So Boolean is a data type which can hold only true or false value. Here you can see is a student false, or we can also assign it true value. You cannot assign any other value to is a student variable if you're declaring it as a Boolean data type. Okay, so now let's move forward and discuss the sequence type. So next let's discuss about sequence data type. First off, we have list, and keep in mind lists are ordered and changeable. You can change their ordered. Ordered means they are stored in indexed form, and changeable means you can change the list. Here's an example of fruits where we have apple, banana, and cherry. We can store them in a list, and if we want to change the list, we can using append function, or there are so many other functions which you can use. Let's say fruits dot orange. We are also adding orange to the list, so we can use append function for that. Okay, there are various other functions which we can use, but for now we are not diving into that. Maybe in the next videos, so we will try to understand how we can play around with the list data type. Okay, let's now discuss tuple. So tuple is ordered and unchangeable. You cannot change the values once you store or in a tuple. Here is an example of fruits again. Let's say we want to store different fruits, and there are various the same example, banana, cherry. But now if we try to this with orange, this won't work, because tuples are unchangeable. You cannot change the values once you or declare them. Let's print out the value here. Let's change the name first. Really, we can't change the tuple or not, fruit tuple or not, fruit tuple. Okay, so let's run it, and here you can see it has generated an error because tuple object has no attribute. This means that tuples are not mutable. You cannot change them, they are unchangeable. So instead of this, if we just try to print the fruits, it would print apple, banana, cherry, and orange at the same time. Okay, so let's run it. Here you can see the list have been printed. Okay, now let's discuss range. Range ordered and unchangeable. You cannot change once you declare. Let's X be the range. Here we have range, let's say, and you can declare it this way, or you can put it this way as well. So X range from 1 to 6. That's how it works. Now let's print out the types of these three sequence data types one by one. Print type and of fruits, which is list. Let's also print type of fruits tuple, which is a tuple type, and let's print type of x variable. So let's see, here we go. So first one is list, the second one is tuple, and third one is range. So these are some of the different sequence data types we have in Python. You can play around with these data types. We are not going into the details of that. Maybe in the next lectures, next videos, we'll dive deep into each of these and discuss them one by one. Okay, now let's discuss dictionary data type. It's just a key pair value, as in JavaScript and some other language. You can declare like JSON object, you can declare key pair values or maps, which we also have. So in Python we have dictionary data types which we use to store variables in key pair values. Okay, so for example we have person here, which is name John, age 25, and is student full. So this is how you can declare dictionary, and then let us print the type of the person, and here you can see it's dictionary. You can also print out different values from the person. You can print, let's print, it will print out the person variable. Okay, here you can see its name is Jane, age is 25, and is student is false. You can also access each key pair values here using the keys. Let's say we want to access person name. We can just write person and then specify the key value, which will print out the name of the person. So here we go, John name. You can also check for the age of the person. So let's say this is the age, let's run it, and it's 25. Okay, so that's how we declare dictionary in Python, and how we can access each element of our dictionary. You can play around with this data type as well. For now, let's move forward and discuss set data type. Set is actually unordered, and you can store unique items into the set. Let's say we have set of fruits, maybe comes here all the time. Why, I don't know why. So set store always a unique value. You cannot store duplicate values in a set. In case if you store any duplicate values, it will show just one of them. Okay, and one more thing which you need to keep in mind, that set is unordered. You cannot access them through an index or something. They are stored in an unordered way. Okay, so, and also set are of two types. They can be immutable and mutable as well. You can also create so first of all, let's check if it's storing the unique value or duplicate value as well. So if we print out the fruit set, here you can see we have cherry, banana, and apple. This apple has not been included here because set always store unique values. Okay, so set are for two types. One is frozen set data type. So here once the set is being declared, you cannot change the values in it. So let's have an example. Let's fruit frozen .rate orange. Yeah, let's add an orange to it, and let's run how it works. So here you can see it has generated an error saying that frozen object has no attribute 8. It hasn't any attribute to add any value to the frozen set. But if we clear this and here go here and try to add fruits set dot add orange, and if you try to add orange to the mutable set, here this one is mutable set. If you try to add fruits to this mutable set, it will not generate any error. So here you can see it hasn't generated an error, and if we print out the set now, it will print out orange as well. Here you can see cherry, orange, banana, and apple. So that's how sequence data type works, and these are the two main types of sequence set data type, sorry. So that's how set data types work, and these are the two types of set data types. So yeah, that's pretty much all about this video. See you in the next one. Till then, keep learning and keep practicing. One of the most important thing is to practice all these things and play around with the different types and all those things to in order to fully understand what all these things. One trick I would like to share with you here at the end of this video: if you want to dive deep into each of the concepts, you can just ask GitHub Copilot to help you with that. You can perform different operation and different types. Here let's say I have asked the GitHub Copilot to tell me about different operations which are performed on a string data type. Here you can see it has shown me concatenation, how we can concatenate two strings, how we can repeat the values, how we can slice the string, how we can find the length of the string, how we can convert it to uppercase, lowercase, how we can strip the string, and how we can replace any string, and so many other. There it has listed down 12, 13, 14, 15 different operations which you can perform on a single string data type. So let me show you an example of how we can perform different operations on set data types. So right, tell me about different operations we can perform on set data types. Data types in Python. Okay, so let's see how it goes. So here you can see how we can create set, how we can add element to the set in case of immutable, and how we can remove element, how we can perform union, how we can perform intersection, how we can perform difference, how we can find symmetric difference, how we can find subset, and so many other things. Okay, so that's all for this one. See you in the next lecture. Till then, keep practicing and keep improving yourself. Thank you.